If there were things that you were doing that made you unattractive to the opposite sex and you didn't realize you were doing them, would you want someone to tell you? Well, in this video, I'm going to list 7 things that you might be doing that are making the opposite sex, that are making you unattractive to the very people that you are hoping to attract. Okay, so let's rattle off the list. It's a big one, so let's get started. Number 1, control. Are you a controlling person? Do you like to take control? Are you powerful in your work life, in your career, in your business? Are you a single mom? You might have needed to take control of your finances, your kids, the schedule, all of this. Do you try to have control over everything? This is a problem in dating. When you are trying to control too much, it chokes out the ability for the man to lead and for you to be surrendered and to follow his lead. This is a happy and healthy dynamic for a man to take charge and to offer the lead so that you can relax. It's not actually a lower position in the relationship. It's just the feminine, the woman craves to relax because she has so much on the go, usually. What we forget is that in a relationship, we get to surrender and relinquish control, where we usually try to keep control, and that's what often creates friction in a relationship. Number 1 is control. Perfectionism is number 2. Perfectionism is it's a sister of control. When we try to be perfect, we leave no room for a man to be imperfect too. So allow yourself to be imperfect, allow yourself to be real, allow yourself to be messy. And that really allows someone to see you, A, for who you are, and B, allow them to be imperfect as well and beautiful in that imperfection. Number 3 is lack of confidence. Lack of confidence can be very off-putting for a man. If you're constantly worrying about what he thinks of you, or you're feeling not good enough, or you're feeling unworthy, it's exhausting for someone to constantly need to prop you up, or to not know where he stands, or to not know where you stand in your own life. Learn how to be more confident and show up in your full confidence when you're on dates and when you're with your man, so that he can relax and really take part in your life properly, rather than having to save you from your lack of confidence all the time. If you want to learn how to date with confidence, this month we are launching another show called Dating with Confidence, where I interview a bunch of incredible speakers. In fact, there are 21 that will help you date with confidence and help you out there in the dating game now that it's spring again and now that people are connecting in real life again. So go to the link below this video and get your free ticket. It's completely free and chock full of how to regain your confidence and how to build your confidence in dating. All right, on to point number 4. The 4th point that makes you unattractive to a man is lack of vulnerability. Now, I'm not saying tell your sob story on the first date, or overshare, or use, emotionally burden someone with stuff that's going on in your life. But vulnerability doesn't have to be oversharing a sob story. It can be sharing from your heart. So vulnerability can be showing your imperfection, can be showing vulnerability can be showing your imperfection, and it can be showing something like on a date where you're saying, wow, I'm feeling really nervous right now. It's so weird. I'm not normally nervous on dates. Just name what you're feeling in vulnerability. Instead of, if you're nervous, acting like you're not nervous, you'll come across actually over-controlling, and it's not attractive to anyone. Show your vulnerability. Show that you're real. Show a little, a little vulnerability in a flirty way. And it's so attractive when you're just being real with yourself and with the other. All right. Number 5, leading. Often we are in charge and lead when we feel insecure and when we don't want to be vulnerable. Why don't we want to be vulnerable? We're scared of getting hurt and we don't trust ourselves. So if you truly trust yourself, you allow yourself to be led, wouldn't you? Because you trust that no one's going to overtake you. You trust that you're never going to do anything that you don't want to do. So allow the man to lead on a date. Stop taking so much control and definitely stop leading. And you might be thinking right now, well, all the men I date never plan the dates and I have to lead. Well, you're dating the wrong men. And this is where abundance dating comes in, but that's at the end. I'll talk about that in a minute. This is where you have to uplevel your dating game, and how you do that will be revealed in point number 7. If you liked this video so far, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I release new videos, so also hit the bell button so that you will get notified and never miss a thing. All right, number 6. Number 6 on the list of things that might make you unattractive to a man is not knowing how to receive. This is part of the leading and surrendering dynamic. If you do not know how to receive, the man does not know how to lead. It's a law. It's basically just the law of reciprocity, actually. If a man is opening the door for you and you shut him down and say, I got this, I don't need you to open the door, boom, you've shut down the flow of masculine and feminine energy of giving and receiving. If a man gives you a compliment, wow, you're even more beautiful in person than you are in your profile pictures. And you say, oh, no. That is actually stopping the flow of giving and receiving. He gave and you blocked it. A man is not attracted to a woman who cannot receive him. It's a universal law. It really is. It's the law of polarity, actually. So the man wants to give. He wants to penetrate you. And yes, that sounds sexual, but I mean, he wants to give it, put into you. He wants to give input. Now, I don't mean advice. That's annoying. I agree. But he wants to give. And if you cannot receive, if he's not allowed to enter you, enter your space, enter your life, to whatever level you're at. On a first date, you're not going to let him move in with you. I don't mean that kind of entering your life. But if you're not allowing him in and receiving his interest in you and receiving his, buying you a coffee or receiving his compliment of you, if a man doesn't feel received, he will lose interest. A man really, really wants to give. And this comes up in a toxic way with men always trying to fix us. And, those stories that you hear about, I was just complaining and he came in and gave a solution. I don't want a solution. Exactly. But you also need to learn to receive properly and let him give to you, because this is how the toxic dynamic just keeps playing out. The woman doesn't receive, the woman doesn't want input, he can't give his input, he gets frustrated. It's a whole bad dynamic. So allow a man to give to you, receive graciously, receive with gratitude, and he's just going to give more and more and more. So learn how to receive without feeling like you have to give anything back. That is the key to being a queen. Because do you think a queen has to reciprocate everything always? No. But what she is contributing to the relationship is her presence. Know your value is so high that you do not need to give anything back. Many women believe they have to give sex or give a kiss at the end of the date if the man paid for dinner. What about your intrinsic value and your beauty and your presence on the date? Why is that not enough for the man to pay for you? Think about that. All right, we're going to get to the juicy one right now, which is, this brings me to number 7. 7th thing that makes you unattractive to a man is just dating him alone. Now, at first, it might be flattering to him and he'll like it, but he needs a sense of urgency. He needs a sense of competition, and he needs to know not all of your attention is on him. It's so unattractive to a man. Now, for us, it's attractive when a man has full attention on us, but don't make it the same for men. Men are different. Men totally think differently. Men don't want your full attention. Men want to know that you have a life. Men want to know that you're dating other people, even though it might actually make them annoyed at the same time. But this will increase your value and increase his attraction to you because there's healthy competition. He knows that you are so desirable that other men want you. That's kind of hot, you know? Don't put all your eggs in one basket until he has proven to you that he is worthy of being your boyfriend or you being girlfriend material and stopping dating other men. I have several videos about abundance dating that I will link here. But in the meantime, I am just going to finish with saying it is unattractive for you to just date one man at a time. And that will actually eventually bite you in the you-know-what because of the things that I just mentioned. All right. Okay, so this was such a long list, and I'm sure there are more, but I hope it was helpful. And comment below if you feel like you are doing any of these things and how this video helped you to maybe shift that. All right, I'll see you in the next video.